Welcome back to a new video. I started out this workout like I do with a lot of them, with some no contact, no hook muscle snatches. I worked up to 80 again, or actually 85. I missed 91, but that's fine because I was able to get up to 85. Definitely didn't feel as easy as I believe it was the previous day when I was doing the snatch plus hang snatch, and I was mentioning how my extension felt pretty good. But you know, they're still moving pretty well. It's nice to have 80 to be kind of like a benchmark number of how good I'm able to move the bar on that day as far as the speed goes. 85 went alright, but I definitely should just stop there. I knew there wasn't a very good chance at doing anything more than that, and you kind of see here that the speed was alright. I just didn't have enough of the aggressiveness on the turnover, the speed on the turnover to be able to do that. But then moved on to doing some no foot power snatches, and these were actually really difficult. It was really odd because most of my no foot snatches are full, so trying to do powers with them, I think it's good as far as like technical practice in the snatch, but it's definitely difficult to do. Like this 80 didn't feel like super maximal, but it definitely felt like it was difficult. So I decided after that just to go all the way down on the 90. Still doing without straps, so I was happy about that. Went up to 100, and this one was kind of a sneaky rep. So after I did it, I repeated the single, because anytime I do no foots, I always like to get up to like 110. I always feel like that's a productive number based on how difficult they usually feel. The second one, I put in a much better position, and then finished up with this 110 no foot snatch, which I was pretty happy about. Felt pretty difficult, but I didn't have to really fight too terribly for it like that first 100. I then went on to some, I suppose, power clean and push press. Not really focused on the power clean, much more on the push press. I had the straps on, not for any other particular reason other than sometimes it's kind of fun to do power cleans with straps on because you just don't really have to think about your hands at all. And I don't know, I think in like one sense it makes it easier to pull it, but it makes the turnover more difficult and slower. But if you're just doing power cleans for push presses, it's really not too big of a deal to have straps on. Just wouldn't want to do anything that's super maximal. That would make you have to go down in a full clean. That 100 there was pretty routine. Then got to 110. Usually 110 tells me how well I can push press on that particular day. This was kind of a meh push press. It felt okay. It wasn't like overly difficult, but I think I probably had like 116, 117 at the most. So naturally I take the aggressive jump up to 121 since I did 120 earlier in the week. I had an okay chance of doing this, but I just wasn't there. You kind of see there, just got stuck. So nothing too radical there. Then moved on to doing some clean pulls. So I just kept the bar or the weight the same for the first clean pull, went up to 150. Nothing too crazy with those. Took another jump to 180. Again, nothing too crazy about that. And then decided just to be absurd. My original plan was like maybe just do 5 reps and just started doing reps. So there was 230 kilos, which this is actually a PR, but you can kind of see I actually do a set of 10, which I have counted it probably 3 or 4 times at this point because I was really unsure of how many reps I actually did, because I counted 10 like when I was doing the sets, but you never know when you do high reps if you actually did 10 or 9 or 11 because your oxygen's not really in your brain. But I also was concerned with the actual weight on the bar, so I counted probably 4 or 5 times when I was there at the gym and also just like on the video to make sure it was actually 230 because this was actually the most I've done for a set of 10. I believe my best set with this weight prior was like 5 or 6 years ago, actually at the Arnold Classic at one of the gyms outside of it. I remember doing around a 500-pound pull for about 7 or 8 reps, and that was like my best rep set of deadlifts for years because it's not really something I particularly worry about pushing up. But I was winded for like a couple, probably 5 minutes after this. It was definitely a good set of cardio, but I don't know, I don't really know why I did that. Sometimes it's fun just to do an AMRAP on deadlifts because it's just one of the lifts I'm good at, and AMRAPs for deadlifts. So I don't know, it's just I can sometimes do absurd sets like this, and I never plan on doing like a set of 10 on deadlifts, not even like a set of 5 generally, but sometimes you get in a groove and you feel like you just want to pull forever. and just to see how many you can do. But yeah, that's it for this one. Generally productive workout. Kind of absurd to do that many pulls at the end, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But that's it for this one. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.